This was supposed to be a simple exercise by Baloyi. Instead, it may have exposed something very uncomfortable, because Ntanzi looks at those documents and says, "That is my signature," across multiple accused. Now think about that. One signature, everywhere, and the man behind it, missing. Let's get into it.
Mr. Ntanzi, if we can then just deal with an aspect that you raised yesterday. And in this regard, we refer to the new exhibit DD1A. It's the affidavit by Mr. P. Lowe of Capitec Bank. We'll give you the new exhibit DD1A, which we referred to yesterday. Now, Mr. Ntanzi, we want you to have the two exhibits side by side.
Okay.
Exhibit DD1 is the affidavit by Ms. Carolina Petronella Buota of Capitec Bank. The statement or the affidavit in terms of section 236 of Ms. Carolina Petronella Buota is exhibit DD1. That's the one that we've been dealing with this morning.
DD1.
Then the affidavit of P. Lowe, it's the new exhibit DD1A.
This is DD1A. This is called Lowe. Bona abantu babili laba basebenza eCapitec ne omunye uBota isibongo sakhe bese kuthi lona yena kuba nguLowe.
Yes. Can we then for a moment just focus on the new exhibit DD1A, the affidavit of P. Lowe of Capitec Bank?
Singaqala ke sibuke lesi okwamanje lesi esika P. Lowe.
You see, there's paragraph 5 there. We'll just briefly put the contents on record, but before that, you maintain that that signature that appears below paragraph 5 is your signature yesterday. Is that correct?
Izolo uthe isignature lena ela eyakho angithi.
Yes, mawubuka ama signature amaningi so.
Yes, if you have a look at many of my signatures, they are like this.
Yes. If you turn the page over to page 2, your personal particulars appear in paragraph 1 and 2. Then there's a signature, deponent. You also maintain that that is your signature.
Masibukela. Umubuka lana unemininingwane yakho bese kuba nesignature la uthi isignature yakho le.
Mina ngisayina so.
This is how I sign.
Ite one lesigma ngoba ama signature amaka ano B phakathi bese khambala so.
If you were just to look at my signatures, they've got a B and then they go like this.
Manje let it come up then msana.
Now this one, where is this coming from now?
Yes. If you turn to page 5, the document consists of 14 pages.
So the page 5. No. Okay.
Page 5 of 14.
3. 4, 5.
You'll see that it's a section 236 pertaining to the bank statements of Mr. Muzika Kulela Sibiya.
Uma ubuka lana uzobona ukuthi angithi sikhulumile ngazi inkatolo ichazela izolo ukuthi ke istatement lesi sifungele ngo section 236 uthi ke umshushisi naleso uzobona ukuthi istatement esifungele ngaphansi kwakhe u section 236 sakhe umuzi kaUkhulelwa Sibiya.
Sorry, if we can just ask you to go back to page 2.
Masingaqala nje sifuyele ku page 2.
You'll see that it's paragraph, your information is as per paragraph 1 and 2.
Uzobona ukuthi imininingwane yakho ila phakathi ko 1 no 2.
You see that?
Uyakubona lokho imininingwane yakho nala paragraph 2 futhi ke. Yes, I see it.
Now, if you go to page 5, the one on which we are, see that there are paragraphs 3 and 4.
Uma uza lana ke manje ku page 5 uzobona la ukuthi ke u3 kanye no4 ila imininingwane ikhona.
And this is the information in respect of Mr. Muzika Ukhulela Sibiya, the bank statement as copies of extracts with the particulars of the account holder, namely the client information and copy of ID document.
Uzobona ukuthi ke imininingwane yakhe ke umuzi kaUkhulelwa Sibiya, imininingwane yakhe noma ke igama nesibongo sakhe bene account number kanye futhi ke icopy yayo iID.
The signature of the deponent from the bank, Mr. P. Low, that is the signature that you say is yours.
Kube ne signature ke la yakhe umnumzana uP Low osebenza ebhange ibe signature wena othi eyakho.
Mina signature le ngiyayibona nje this one ngitshene khothe signature le wayingafani naleya.
It's because I see this signature, which is why I'm asking the court as to why is this signature not the same as this one.
Yes. These are two different affidavits. That's why we ask you to put the affidavit side by side. The first affidavit, Exhibit DD in bracket 1, is the affidavit by Ms. Carolina Petronella Buota, dated 6 September 2023.
Even ngakho ke siqhelile ukuthi awabheke kanje. Asiza so. Swabeke kanje ukuthi ke istatement ezimbili ezahlukene ezifungelwe lesi esoqala exhibit DD1 esakhe uCarolina Petronella Buota, idate yakhona yi6 kuSeptember 2023. Yes.
And that pertains to your bank information only.
La imininingwane yakho yebhange kuphela la kulesi sikaBuota.
Then if you look at the new exhibit DD1A, the statement of P. Low and is dated 9 April 2024.
Uma ubuka lesi ke manje esika P Low yilesi ke esisha esiqeda ke ukukunika sona manje idate yakhona yi9 kuApril 2024.
You see that?
Uyakubona lokho?
Yebo ngiyakubona.
Yes, I see it.
Yes. Now we were on page. We have just traversed information regarding your bank records. If you go to page 5, you'll see that it's paragraphs 3 and 4.
Page 5 of DD1A.
Yes, 5 of 14.
Yes. Uzobona ke lana la ku page 5 ukuthi ke imininingwane lena ke yomnikazi ke we-account iku3 no4.
And that pertains to the information of Mr. Muzika Ukhulela Sibiya.
Lokho ke imininingwane yakhe umnumzana uMuzika Ukhulela Sibiya.
And the bank official P. Low signature appears there as a deponent and is commissioned. Surely, Mr. Ntanzi, can't be your signature. Do you agree?
Ngesiqinisekiso ke mnumzana uNtanzi ukuthi angeke kube isignature yakho le.
Manje wayifana leya signature. Uma ungathuthi amaphepha ambuko le signature the same ite1.
Why is it similar to mine? If you were to look at this signature and take my documents, have a look at my signature, it's the same thing. Account umthokozisi Maphisa
she has signed there as a deponent and is commissioned.
wasesayinda ke lana ke kwaba yiloyo ke owamthathisa isifungo osayinayo.
Surely, once again, Mr. Ntanzi, that cannot be your signature.
Phinde futhi ngisho ke mnumzana uNtanzi ukuthi ke ngesiqinisekiso ke ukuthi cha akusiyona akusiyona isignature yakho le.
Mangathatha ubuka amaphepha amakho lapha mbuka kodwa yebo le signature efana naleya mina.
If you were to take all my documents before the court, this signature looks like mine.
Kuyenzeka mhlambe uma mhlambe ngiyenzete ama signature umuntu abantu abahlukana afana.
Is it possible or does it happen that signatures of different people look the same. Imininingwane yakhe uFisokuhle Ntuli.
And below that, there's a signature of the deponent, P. Low,
Bese assigned
which is also
P. Low.
commissioned.
Nana-ke uqinisekiswa noma ke lo owayemfungisa.
Do you again see that this is the information that is being furnished by the bank official P. Low under oath?
Ingabe usuyabona ke manje ukuthi lena imininingwane ke noma ke information elethwa noma ke ekhishwa loyo osebenza ebank uP Low.
Mina ngiyayibona into ebhalela mina ngibuza ngesignature kuyenzathi isignature yomunye ifana neyomunye.
I see what is happening here. All I'm asking is, does it happen that one person's signature looks the same as someone else's signature?
But do you then realize, Mr. Ntanzi, that that is not your signature?
Kodwa
These
ingabe
are signatures of the bank official P. Low of Capitec Bank.
kodwa ingabe uyabona yini ke ukuthi lena akusiyona isignature yakho, isignature iyomuntu wasebank uP Low.
Mina ngubona kunjalo nami ngisayina ngalendlela ngubona kunjalo kusho yena.
I don't see it like that. That is what you say, because I also sign like this.
Yes, but
Ngoba namaphepha amnaka agcwele phambi kokho. Mangathula ubukele signature ubuke wona.
Because here are my documents here in front of the court. If you were to compare that signature to mine,
Who authenticated the documents signed?
yes, that is
Under
the point
oath.
we were coming to. It's an admitted attorney.
What's the name of the attorney and the address?
It's I'm going to spell it. It's Uver, UVIR, Uver Debising, and we'll spell it DEBISING. It says designation admitted attorney.
And where does he practice?
Date Tuesday, 9 April 2024. And it gives the address Capitec Bank, business address 60 Main Street, Johannesburg.
It's not in Kandla. And the other authenticating official there.
In respect of Carola Petronella Buota, the authenticating or the commissioning official, it's Pule Mukwena, designation warrant officer. The date is 2023-09-06. The place is Johannesburg, where the affidavit was commissioned.
Okay.
60 Main Street.
16 Main Street.
Yes.
Okay.
60, 60,
60, yeah.
yes, 60 Main Street.
Lapho kubhala uPula Mkwena angithi Mkwena ngihamba naye ngoyuPula Mkwena ngoyafundisa umuntu ophethe.
the Pule Mukwena that is written here, it's Mr. Warrant Officer
Yes.
Mukwena that I'm traveling with.
Yes.
Is he the commissioner of Austin?
Yes, this is the one who commissioned this affidavit.
Yeah, uyena-ke wamfungisaka waqinisekisa-ke yona i-affidavit lena.
That affidavit is of the lady,
Yes.
Petronelli. Didn't she come to court here?
No,
She never came to court.
No.
You saw that. Ntanzi doesn't hesitate. He doesn't backtrack. He stands firm. That is my signature. Why does it look like mine? Now let's be disciplined. There is no proof at this stage that P. Lau copied Ntanzi's signature. But what we do have is a pattern that raises concern. Repeated signature across documents. Direct identification by Ntanzi. And the supposed signer, not in court. That is not a conclusion, but it is a reasonable suspicion of irregularity. And legally, Ntanzi's statement changes everything. He didn't say it looks similar at first. He said, that is my signature. That is direct attribution. Which means the state must now prove where that signature comes from. Produce the person who signed. or explain how it was generated, because if they can't, that evidence becomes weak, questionable, and open to challenge. Now look at Judge Rother's intervention. He asks, who are the commissioners? Did the deponent testify? That is not random. He is testing whether the affidavit was properly signed, whether the evidence can be verified, and whether the process can be trusted. And the answer, the commissioners exist, but the deponent did not come to court. Now that's a problem, because the signature is disputed, the person behind it is absent, and the defense cannot question him. That weakens the credibility of that document significantly. Now, on the issue of Capitec statements, let's be clear. The bank systems themselves are secure, but the real risk is in how documents are extracted, how they are handled, and how they are presented in court. So the real question is, was this evidence handled properly? Now bring it back to Ntanzi. He is central to this case. So when his signature is in dispute and documents linked to him raise questions, it doesn't prove wrongdoing, but it raises a serious concern. Can all the evidence against him be trusted without question? So should this be investigated? Absolutely, because a signature is being claimed. It appears across multiple documents. The supposed signer is absent, and even the court is asking questions. That is more than enough reason to dig deeper. This is not about conclusions. It's about questions that are not going away. If you appreciate this kind of sharp, no-nonsense breakdown, subscribe, join the channel, and support the movement. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, and we're not slowing down. Drop your thoughts below. Whose signature is it really? Do you think the statement information was manipulated? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next upload. I'm Skybridge. Goodbye.